everybody. So it's me, Rashia, and with me I have the fabulous ladies of Girls Destined for Greater Mentoring Group. So next to my right, I have Tiffany.
Hi.
And I have Miss Elizabeth on my left. And I'm coming to you a little bit different today. You guys know I normally come to you just me, and I'll answer the kids' questions. But today, it's a different type of girl talk. So as most of you know, we started Great Girl University over the weekend.
Hey.
So it was good. It was good. We had a lot of girls who showed up. We did a lot of great things. We had a lot of great conversation. We talked about self-esteem, leadership, affirmations. So it went really, really well. A part of our program, what we do is we do a girl talk session with the girls on Saturdays. And what it consists of, we will have the girls put a question on a sheet of paper anonymously, and we'll put all those papers into a bucket. Yep, got them in front of us. We'll put all those papers into a bucket, and then we'll answer those questions. Well, sometimes we will run a little short on time, so this is our opportunity to get together and answer those questions for our young ladies. So this is a video you probably want to watch yourselves, parents, or if you have daughters, cousins, nieces, neighbors, whoever you think may benefit from the answers to these questions. Share the video, like the video, let them see it, and we're here to answer the questions.
Yes.
So good. All right, ladies. So we're gonna just dig right into it.
Okay.
Not this one. Okay. So I'll start off with this one. So first question goes: how to make friends, like stepping outside of your shy zone. So what the girl is asking is, she's apparently shy. She wants to know how to make friends and step out of the shy zone. I will pass it to either Liz or Tiffany. Either one of you want to take it first?
Yeah, I can say something. So when I was in kindergarten, I was scared of kids. I thought they were gonna like bite me. And one thing my mom always told me, and I took it from grade to grade, was they're not gonna know who you are if you don't say anything to them. So I walk in class, hi, my name is Tiffany. But as you get older, it's like, okay, who's this weird girl? So
Yeah.
I would say just start with introduction. Say hi, how you doing? And you just, or see someone that might like the same things you do. Yep. I found someone that loved books. That was my best friend from 6th grade to 12th grade. Because I love reading.
Yeah.
So, and we bonded on that. I didn't know her from a can of paint, but we bonded and we're still friends to this day. So you just have to step out of your box a little bit and just get a little bit comfortable. You don't have to talk to everyone, but just make yourself a little bit comfortable with whomever is around you that you see maybe have the same similarities.
Right, I agree. When I was younger, I was a very shy person, and it's so funny because I'm totally opposite right now, especially as an adult businesswoman. So I, didn't really do much talking, and over the years, as I got a little bit older, I started to get more comfortable with like my personality and who I truly was. So sometimes, in order to understand what's wrong, you have to really see what the problem is. Yeah. So instead of just trying to like just jump out there, I started to actually ask myself like, why am I shy? Like why am I shy? What makes me shy? Why do I feel like I have to go into a cocoon whenever I felt like I was getting around people who were kind of opposite of me? And I'm so glad I did. And the reason why I was like shy most of the time was because I had like a phobia of singing out loud.
Aww.
Right?
Elizabeth can really sing, guys.
I know. So that kind of internalized in me. So therefore, I was just quiet in general.
Yeah.
That one small little thing was like, okay, holding Elizabeth down and surprising me to actually, bloom into this, the person that I am today, which is outgoing, fun, entertaining, a little loud, but not too loud. But so what it was I was like, okay, Elizabeth, I know you know that you are very quiet and you're shy because you are, you're shy about singing. So therefore you like kind of suppressed yourself. So then I had to like not think about that, as much as possible, and then not tell people I knew how to sing, so therefore they wouldn't try to put me on a circle. And I know this sounds really crazy, but you'd be surprised what kind of things we deal with as kids. So what it is that I kind of like just confronted myself and started to talk to myself, and it's okay to do that because you know yourself better than usually a lot of other people. So
it's healthy.
It is very, very healthy.
Very healthy.
So yeah, just start to actually ask yourself, why are you really shy, and just try to kind of get out of that zone and actually get into the right one so that you can actually express who you truly are.
Agreed. Coming from a third shy person, so
What?
yeah.
Where?
Yes, believe it or not, I was shy. My mom is probably watching this, and she'll be able to say so in the comments. But yeah, I was very, very, very shy coming up. They used to call me my mom's shadow because she was the person that I would hide behind, especially when I was afraid or I didn't want to talk to people. So I really did not get out of that until I became an adult. I struggled with that too. I had my group of friends that I was close to, but other than that, I would kind of stick to myself. So I was kind of like that chameleon. I'll blend in different areas, but for the most part, I'll keep to myself. So what I can say about being shy, everybody has insecurities, just like you do. The one thing that you might be shy about, somebody else might be shy about. So it all comes about getting comfortable with being yourself and who you are. And once you start to really work on your self-esteem and really start to become more comfortable, you will eventually branch out and you will start to make friends. And I really agree with Tiffany as far as reaching out and just saying hello. Being nice to people and just saying hello will take you a long way, and you will start to see that a lot of people have a lot of things in common with you, and by doing that, you make friends.
Absolutely.
So,
yeah, like you were saying, like the fact that you kind of were like, hey, my name is
Tiffany.
Right? And if anything, think about it. The reason why most time people don't talk is because people don't say anything. So when you were like, hey, that opened up the opportunity in a conversation for somebody who was shy to say, oh, hi. Right? So you'd be surprised who's also dealing with what you're doing. So if you do the opposite, you definitely can open up a lot of doors and, create relationships.
Cool. All right, next question. I'm going to save this one for last.
Okay.
I'm going to save this one for second to last.
Okay.
And this one is on here. Okay. So, how to become the person you want to be. And this was a two-part one. How to become the person you want to be. And then the second one was how to get attraction from boys instead of girls. So I will tackle that one first. So I will answer both of her questions as quickly as I can. So how to become the person you want to be, you have to get to know who you are. So if you are looking to become a woman of substance and you want to be a woman who is successful and you want to do great things in life, you start to make those goals for yourself, and then you start to integrate them into your daily life. As you slowly start to integrate your ideals and your goals into your daily life, eventually you will bloom into that woman that you want to be, or young woman you want to be. It does not happen overnight. You have to work on yourself. It takes some time, and it takes some dedication and some really, really true self-love and self-care, and to really love on yourself. So that is my advice to you. Continue to love on yourself. Continue to set goals for yourself. So if you want something, you put it out there, you write it down because it's so important. Write it down and go after it. Once you start to do that, look at yourself in a year. You will start to eventually become the woman that you want to be.
Absolutely.
We'll all answer that question first, or if you guys want to chime in on that one, and then we'll go to her second question.
No, I definitely agree with you, because personally, for myself, that's what I do. Write down goals, and goals turn into plans, and you execute it. So you first have to figure out what you want to be, what type of woman you want to be, and don't try to imitate what other people or think, or what someone said, like, oh, I think you would be good at this. What do you feel in your heart? Search into that, and then just, like she said, put that on paper and move forward with that. And just what I do, I keep a journal, and I look at it. I do like maybe every couple months, like, am I on track for it? And even if you fall off, you can always restart.
Absolutely.
So I agree with that.
That's true. Yeah, and I would say, like Rashia was saying, if you want to be a certain person, or you want to, kind of develop into something that you believe you already are, which is a sweet person, somebody who's very sensitive, somebody who's very smart and knowledgeable, intuitive, constantly be that and evolve in that while you can. The saying, practice makes perfect.
Absolutely.
It's so true. It's okay to practice things.
Yes.
People are like, wow, Liz, you take such great photos. I kind of practice those sometimes.
I was wondering what was going on with her Instagram. I'm just saying.
They're perfect.
Right, they're close to, right?
Yeah.
And it's because I'm like, well, if I already know I'm going to probably be taking photos, how about I kind of just practice my angles in the mirror?
Exactly, your lighting.
So they can get my better side and my bad side, right? So just practice makes perfect. So if you really like playing an instrument, right, and you say that, one day I want to grow up and I want to be, and you know, an orchestra or whatever the case might be, you got to keep doing it, you know, and then don't allow anything to kind of hinder you from that. So especially if you have an outlet, do it, you know, and I would say practice makes perfect. So wherever you want to be, just keep staying in that circle and allowing those things to be around you so that you can kind of evolve into that beautiful woman that you want to be.
All right. Second question. How to get attraction from boys instead of girls. So I wish there was a way that I could tell you that you are so beautiful that you will only attract one sex. When you are beautiful, you are beautiful. Men will think you're beautiful. Women will think you are beautiful. The most important part is to stay true to yourself. So if you are only attracted to boys, that is okay. You can politely turn down the women who approach you in a very nice way, but it's okay to still stay true to yourself. If you want only the attention of boys and you want to only entertain the attention of boys, you do just that. But even as an adult, and I'm more than sure some people in the comments can attest to this, that, you know, when you're beautiful, you are beautiful, and that's a good thing. Men and women will eventually hit on you. It's something that you can't avoid. Everybody agree?
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool. So, yeah, I wish I could give you a different answer to say, oh, okay, here's what you need to do to only attract guys, but it doesn't happen.
It's a huge compliment.
It is, and sometimes you have to understand that people just might be kind of like drawn to just kind of who you are.
Yeah.
You know, your personality. Some people might be like, wow, she just has amazing cheekbones, and I just think she's so beautiful, and I want to be around you. Whatever the case might be. So, like Rashia said, if you are true to yourself and you know who you are and what you want, you know, don't let that stuff kind of get to you, and whatever you do, don't let that kind of penetrate exactly, you know, where you're trying to go in life.
Right.
You know, build those morals immediately, as early as possible, and your moral might be that, you know, as soon as that kind of happens to me, I'm going to just respectfully say, you know, oh, that's so sweet, but I'm actually,
nice.
you know, be nice, be respectful, because sometimes, you know, girls are trying to experiment or whatever the case might be, right? So
we just had that conversation.
So, but it's not about what people do to you, it's about how you receive it.
There you go.
Okay, so at the end of the day, be true to yourself. You know, if you are like, I just want to be down with men and this is what I love, be that.
Yeah.
You are your individual self.
Alright, cool. Next question. How to tell your parents about your sexuality? You might want to tackle that one first.
We're gonna bounce it back.
Yeah, we are.
I mean, hey, from that question came up actually in my own family, and recently, Thanksgiving.
Okay.
And my cousin told me, my little cousin, she told me in the bathroom, like she didn't know how to speak to her mom. And I think it's hard for teenagers and, you know, just children in general to be honest, because you feel like you're going to be judged. But you have to understand that your parent loves you no matter what. You're their child. So I told her, I was like, you don't have to be as open, or should I say, be as detailed of anything that you may have already experienced, but definitely let your parent in. Let them know, because they're concerned. They want to know what's going on with their child. So she had that conversation. It was uncomfortable, because it will be uncomfortable, especially if, you know, your parent is not too familiar, have too much knowledge on, you know, how you're feeling. But at the end of the day, they still love you. You have to understand that. So
absolutely. I'll add to that. Was a great answer, Tiffany. I will add to that and also say, if you are afraid of what your parents' reaction may be, definitely look to a trusted third party to have that conversation, to help you have that conversation. So someone that you trust who can kind of come in and help your parent understand what you're trying to say and help you express what you're trying to say. It really shows two things. One, it shows that you're serious about having that conversation and you really want to connect with your parent. That's something that, as a parent myself, I would appreciate. And then two, it also shows that, you know what, Mom, I want to open myself up to you. You know, I want to tell you how I feel. And as a parent, we definitely welcome that. If it's one thing, and I'll say it, parents, please comment on this. If it's one thing that we want, is communication with our children, especially because you are in those teenage years. So between the ages of 12 to 17, you are too old to do a lot of stuff. You're too young to do a lot of stuff. You have your own ideals about how you want to be in the world, that your parent, they have their ideals to how they want you to be and how mostly to protect you. So really, you know, a lot of the times where you see conflict and stuff coming up with parents and wanting to share different type of news with them, our first job is to protect you.
Exactly.
So it's important for you to sit down and have those conversations with your parent because it will make the difference.
Right, and then you want to remember that your parents have been there before.
Absolutely.
No, you're young.
That's a good one.
You're young, you're a teenager, you're between the ages of 12 and 17.
Right.
So some of this is new to you. So if you might be feeling a certain way,
Yeah.
the last thing you want to do is kind of talk to your other counterparts. If you don't have to, you know, try to talk to somebody that's a little bit older that's already been in your age.
Yeah.
Because we're women, so we have our menstruation. You know, we have mood swings, or we have moments where we feel vulnerable. We have moments where we feel insecure.
Yeah.
So everything is rooted in something. So don't just think that, oh, I'm weird, I'm crazy, or this is not right, or I feel indifferent. We done been there before.
The issue, and I don't even want to say the issue of sexuality, the topic of sexuality is not new. It has been around since the beginning of time. And seriously, it has been around for a very, very long time. So that is a conversation that I promise you your parents will probably be more willing to have than not.
Right.
And if they aren't, honestly, a third party coming in to help you out would be a
Which
really,
might
really
be
good
like
one.
an aunt, or it might be a cousin,
Someone
or it
else.
might be like us because
A mentor.
or a mentor.
Yeah.
Because my thing is that sometimes we might not always feel comfortable enough to talk to our parents. Sometimes depending on how our parents kind of digest things.
Yeah.
And we got to be honest, right? So you want to talk to somebody where you know you immediately let them know like, hey, I'm feeling a certain way, and I kind of want to have this conversation. Do you mind talking to me?
Yeah.
And if that person is receptive and they're listening, expose, like get it off your chest, because the last thing you want to do is just keep something on your chest, because it'll ride with you throughout your teenagehood into your adulthood.
It will.
So try to find somebody that is kind of like an accountability partner, or somebody who is supportive and that's willing to listen.
There you go.
Right?
All right, good answers, ladies.
Come on.
Listen.
Did you hear those vocals real quick?
I love it.
All right. So as you can see, the women, mentors of Girls Destined for Greater, we are very much so real people. So here we go. All right. So we are down to our last two questions. So this was another 2-part question. The first one is, how do you genuinely know when a guy cares for you and does not just want sex? I love this question. The second one is it okay to send nudes without your face? So, good. These are some good questions. You know, now I will say this. There are some adults who are still wondering how to answer this question.
I was gonna say, my friends, honestly, listen.
There are still some adults who are
So I'm
still
glad
trying to figure
we're
this
talking
out.
about this now. Oh my gosh, ladies,
Yeah.
I'm so excited that you can sit in and actually hear conversations
Yes.
from women on these things
Adult.
that you, adult women that you have these questions on. Because to be honest, I never had anybody to talk to about the stuff like this.
No. So you have to take your time. You have to take your time. That is my largest, like the largest piece of advice that I can give to you. You will not know the real answer to this question right off the bat. You won't. And especially at the age that you are now, you're still getting to know who you are as a person, let alone someone else trying to get to know who you are. You're still trying to figure out who it is that you want to be. So when you are trying to entertain someone else and figure out what their intentions are for you, that really is going to take some time. And even then, after you've taken time and you've had conversations and you come out and maybe 6 or 7 or even a year in, you're still like, I don't know this guy's intentions. Or you go along and you do have sex and his intentions weren't what you thought it was going to be. It definitely takes time to get to know someone. So my advice to you, hold off.
Please.
Save yourself. Do not go through with it yet.
It's not worth it.
It's really, really not worth it. I'm telling you to just hold off on giving up something that precious. There's one thing, men will kill for a virtuous woman. So when it comes to the point of saving yourself, and trying to really hold out for that right person, it's worth it. It's so worth it. And men, please please, if you're watching this, I want you to comment below. But I'm telling you, young lady, it is a whole lot better for you to hold on to what you have. Hold on to your virginity, because that's not something that you want to spread and give to everybody. It is not something that's made for everybody. And I will put this tidbit in there too, and I teach this in our class. Women, if you think about our anatomy and how we're made, we are made internally, okay? All of our organs are made inside of us. Men, they are made externally, right? So when a man enters you, yes, we're gonna have that conversation about biology. So when a man enters you, you're taking all of that energy, you're taking everything that he has to give, you're taking that inside of you. So you carry that with you, okay? So when you decide that you want to lay down and you want to have sex with someone, you're like, I can't even get him on my mind, because you had this act and you've let someone enter into your personal space. That is very private, that is very sacred, and it's not to be shared with anybody.
It's not. And to be honest, these young boys are still trying to figure out stuff themselves.
Say it.
Hello?
Say
They're
it.
trying to figure out stuff themselves. And ladies, I can tell you from experience, wait, okay?
Wait.
Just allow your body, allow to get to know yourself and who you truly are. Because I can tell you this, a woman who's confident, strong, and knows what she wants will always get what she wants.
Absolutely.
Okay?
That's a good one.
Nothing will ever bend you or break you. You are way too young to be shattered at a young age, to be strung out on a guy who truly probably doesn't even really know how to care for you or even take care of you.
He doesn't.
And these women
He's not taking
here,
care of himself yet.
exactly. Us women here, we can tell you that we didn't really start having deep relationships with men until we were in our 20s.
We literally just had this before we started recording.
So trust me.
Yeah.
I mean, every now and then, some people do find love, early. It's because they both are conscious. But when you're not conscious and you don't really understand yourself yet, you're going to be going through an emotional roller coaster. And trust me, it's not fun. It's not fun.
Yeah, I agree with that, because I was gonna say the whole emotional roller coaster. You're not ready to take on that.
Yeah.
When you, because you have not just your own life, but now you got all these emotions. Like you said, what is he doing? Where is it? I can't get him on my mind. Like that's not something you want to deal with in your teenage years.
Exactly. It would distract you from your real focus, which is going to school, getting your education, being a star student, being an amazing athlete or whatever the case. And as you know, anybody knows this, the more distractions that you have, usually the harder it is to succeed. You know what I'm saying?
True.
So don't let things come in your circle or come in your mind. Don't let them
or your space.
feed your mind. Don't let them dudes feed your mind. Okay? Because they're not a woman, so they don't know what it's like to process and digest.
Preach, Liz.
Okay? Keep your mind. Your mind is the most powerful thing that you have.
That's true.
That's going to take you on your journey in life.
That is true.
You're either going to go this way or that way. Okay? And this one's a little bit more bumpier. Okay? You don't need to do that.
Right.
Learn from us. Learn from other people in your life.
I'm happy you asked the question.
Yes, that can tell
Thank you.
that this journey, you do a lot better. Okay? So,
all right.
check your mind.
Some deep advice for you. Okay. So the last question that we have, is it okay to send nude photos without your face? I'll go ahead. I'm gonna tackle that one.
Yes. No.
The answer is no.
No.
That was a real plain answer. The answer is no. Now I understand. I hear the way that you're thinking, right? You're thinking, I can send a picture. My face is not in it. Nobody can prove that it's me. But we are in a digital age. As soon as it is taken and it is sent out to someone, you have no control over what can happen, okay? Even if your face is not connected to it, the person that you're sending to, how do we know that they care about you enough to keep it a secret that it is you? Okay?
Exactly.
So that's the one thing. So even though your face is not in it, if they decide, hey guy, she sent me this. Oh, let me tell you.
Because it will happen.
It will happen.
It will happen.
So
dudes talk.
That's all they
that's
do.
the first part.
That's the purpose of the
dudes talk just as much as we do.
And if anything, I think they may talk more.
Yeah,
they might talk more.
That one.
So that's the first part. The second part, you can get into a lot of trouble. So it is considered pornography. Yeah. If you send it to a person of a certain age, a person over the age of 18, they still consider that pornography. They can get in trouble for child pornography at that point. So there are different laws and things that come into play that you do not want to get wrapped up in or mess around in. It's really, really, really not worth it. Do not send any nudes.
No,
period.
Because guess what? They probably can make out your bathroom.
Oh, yeah.
You probably got that shower. You don't want none of that, okay? You don't
Oh,
want
yeah.
anything that's gonna lead to where you're going.
Yeah, or it would end up on a web, like on Facebook.
Yeah.
And then they can attach something to your picture that's untrue. They can call you different names, say, oh, she did this and did that, and it could be untrue, but you can't say anything because you sent this photo and it's
Or
Exactly.
here's this part. This answer just hit me too. If you're sending it, more than likely you're using your cell phone to send it, right? Your cell phone, either you're sending it via email or you're going to send it via your telephone number. Is this the only person that has your phone number? Because if you send it, like, hey, look at this text message I got from such and such, here's her phone number attached to it, you know that's her. Or your email. A lot of times your email is personal to you, even though it might say like Miss Pretty Girl 1 2 3 4. That part when you sign up for your email, that part that you sign up or to ask for your first and your last name, it's attached to your email.
Exactly.
So,
bottom line, they're gonna find out.
They're gonna find out who you are.
You don't want that hunting you for the rest of your life.
You don't. And then the final tip that I want to say on this one is your reputation. How do you want to be perceived? One of the girls asked the question, how do you become the woman that you want to become? You know, this is one of those things where in Girls Destined for Greater, we try to guide you down the right path. And this is not something that you want attached to you that will follow you into your 20s and 30s, or your kids may see it. These pictures have the ability to last that long and they can follow you. Do you want that to be a part of your legacy?
Right.
And I can probably, the girls that are in our class, I can absolutely know that that is not something that they want. So I want you to think about it in that light, because these pictures will follow you.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and then you don't want to give no guy no pleasure of actually having something for you forever.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like,
It's private to you.
it's private to you. In this day and age, you know, there's so much nude that people can pull up on the TV. You don't want to be accessible like that.
Absolutely.
Do you know what I'm saying? Preserve your body, preserve your beauty, preserve your soul.
Yeah. Good. So we had some really, really, really good questions.
Yes.
I hope that you guys were blessed. I hope that you guys received the answers. I hope that we answered everything for you and you got what you need. So this does not stop. So you'll see us coming to you again and again and again and again to answer these questions. So even if you are not in Great Girl University and you have a question for us, here's where you can send your question. You want to text it. You just want to put GGU, which stands for Great Girl University. Okay, put GGU, and you want to text to 313-461-5812. And I'll put that number below. You want to just text your questions. If you do not have access to a cell phone, you can email your question to info@thehcffoundation.org. And I'll also place that email below. You can send your questions in. We will come to you again. We will answer questions. Everything is anonymous. As you can see, we won't say names. We don't know who these girls are. We don't know anything. And that's not our goal to figure out who you are. Our goal is to help you. So parents, if you are interested in Great Girl University and Girls Destined for Greater mentoring group, we have another class that will start on May 5th. It is an 8-week mentoring course that we take our girls through. So we have Miss Elizabeth, I have Miss Tiffany, as well as myself. We work one-on-one with the girls. We have workshops, speakers, activities, everything to really help our girls become. Yeah, we do have snacks. We do feed our
So
girls.
don't worry, we'll feed you.
We feed them.
And you can have a real life setting where
Yeah.
these are women that truly care about every
We have
ounce of
everything that you need to help create well-rounded, beautiful, headstrong young ladies. Also, stay on the lookout because we have our Teen Girls Conference coming up in April. The details and the registration for that will be opening up very, very soon. There will be a limited number of spots, so please, as soon as you see it come up, make sure you register. So, right now, I am Rashia Nicole, this is Miss Elizabeth, and this is Miss Tiffany, and we are signing off for now. Thank you so much for listening, and make sure you look out for us next time. Bye.